So what's good, guys? How y'all been? So today I want to talk a little bit about Theta, right? Cheers. Now, I got into Theta super early on. It was, my first buy-in was at 13 cents. My second buy-in was at 8 cents. And then I watched it go all the way to $16, roughly. But I took profit along the way. I had different sell points, if you will, where I would take profit. And then diversified that out and about throughout crypto, and took some other profit in the gold and silver, and did a few other things like all the rental property stuff, you know, because versus capital gains, that's why I like rental property, is because instead of paying those capital gains, I can invest that amount into the rental property, and then that's a complete wash, if you will. So that goes against my capital gains because it is a multifamily dwelling. So by me taking profit out of Theta and investing that into the property, it's as though I didn't pay capital gains. It was as though I gained equity. So that was my route that I did. However, today I want to talk a little bit differently. Something I have not seen discussed as far as with Theta yet. So, okay, I've been running, I was running the pre-Guardian node before it even got listed, you know, right after the 5-to-1 offering of T-Fuel and whatnot. So now I built this server. It was a pre-built, and then I upgraded it drastically, right? So I went from 16 gigabytes of RAM to 128 gigabytes of RAM on this motherboard. So it's got an M.2 hard drive SSD, but it was only 500 gigabytes of storage. Hello. And so anyway, I added 2 other drives to it. Now it came with just a 1 terabyte HDD hard disk drive, just a mechanical, and that was nowhere near the amount of space that I was going to need in order to do 4K video and that sort of stuff, and for editing software and whatnot. So I upgraded all that. I put a 6 terabyte hard drive mechanical in it, and then a 2 terabyte solid state separate 2.5 drive, right? So it still has the 500 gigabyte hard drive M.2, but when I upgraded everything to it, nothing was being, I mean, I had partitioned it, I had done everything, so I thought for things to be directed to the appropriate drive. However, everything was being stored onto the 0.5 terabyte, onto the 500 gigabyte M.2, which I only wanted as a boot drive. I only wanted Windows on that, Then all the programs I wanted on the 2 terabyte solid state, my desktop and all the programs and whatnot that I run, as well as the Guardian node and the Theta Edge node, right? I wanted all that information stored there. And then all the data as far as pictures, video, that kind of stuff, all of that to be stored onto the 6 terabyte. So in total, I've got 8.5 terabytes of storage on this server that I built. Like I said, it was a pre-built, but I did my research on it before I purchased it, and to make sure that I could upgrade it to what I wanted this machine to do. It has an Intel Core i7, the normal one, 771100 or something like this. So, it had enough cores and threads for me to do everything that I wanted. I think it was 8 cores, 16 thread. So plenty good enough. Exceedingly, I would say. So, for the Guardian node, they wanted like 4 cores, something like this, and a minimum of 16 gigabytes of RAM. But I'm doing other things. This is more of a workstation. However, I had to have someone else work on this computer, on this server, if you will. So to allocate files to the appropriate drives. However, when that happened, everything was wiped clean. Yes, it still had the Guardian node and it still had the Edge node on the 2 terabyte, like what I wanted. However, when I double-clicked on it, it's a whole new node. So, being that, and here's the bit that I haven't heard anyone address just yet in Theta, is that let's say your computer is stolen. Let's say your computer crashes. You need a new computer. In order to restart a Guardian node, and this is what I'm finding, is that seems that I can't. So all of my funds that I had tied up in the Guardian node, it seems that I have to unstake all of that, wait 3 to 5 days, whatever it is. It's something like that, like 48 to 60 hours, something like that, for your funds no longer to be delegated to that Guardian node. And here again, same thing with the Edge node. All the T-fuel that I had allocated to the Edge node, same thing. Now, I've yet to log back into my wallet just yet because I use the mnemonic phrase. I don't use a JSON file for Theta. And here again, if you do use JSON files for any crypto, save that on a thumb drive. Do yourself a favor. If your computer is hacked, stolen, whatnot, have a thumb drive. Have your JSON file stored separately. Create 2 or 3 backups, right? Because similar to that is like in prepping or whatnot. 3 is 2, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So if you only have 1 backup, that's like you have no backup. So have a backup for a backup, in case you run into this issue like I just did. So now I can't just restart the Guardian node. I have to go and unstake my crypto. I have to go and unstake my Theta and go and unstake my Theta fuel and wait the 3 to 5 days, whatever that is, for those. And then I have to start over a whole new Guardian node. So I just wanted to get this out here for anyone else who is in Theta and ever runs into this issue. I have not found how I can restart the old Guardian node. Like I said, it wants to take me all the way back from the jump, where you get your you get the whole description and whatnot to put in, and then you have to forward that in as the message and create a transaction with T-Fuel in order to stake your Theta to that Guardian node, or vice versa, your T fuel to your edge node. So I let the edge node run for a full day, and I was getting all those like 0.189 and 0.162 payouts. However, I've still yet to receive a payout on the total balance that I put in that I staked of T fuel to my edge node. So I don't understand that part just yet, and here again, I have not logged into that wallet yet. I have to recreate my wallet. I don't store any of this in my home. I do that for security reasons, because it turned into quite a bit. It was substantial. Theta is the one that retired me, and I have crypto across a wide spectrum, of like 19 or 20 different assets. I mean, I diversified, took a good chunk of profit, but what I still have in Theta is still substantial. And now the price has dropped down to $3, but I'm not deterred by price. I already took my profit, letting the rest ride. So, yeah, if you ever have computer issues, or you upgrade to a new computer, in order to transfer that, in what I'm finding right now is that you have to unstake your balance and then create a new Guardian node and then stake to that Guardian node. So just a little FYI, what I've found so far. And I hope this helps you in that instance. So as far as all my other projects that I have residual income from, I haven't had any issues there, but here again, I have, other things for those, like JSON files and whatnot, and it's just stored on a web wallet, basically. But it's not a substantial amount like my Theta is. So, I just felt the need to come out, give a quick video of, if you run into this with your Theta, have a backup for a backup, please. So, anyway, y'all be cool. Later.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back.